What is up everyone, my name's Hyper and today I'm walking you guys through how to mod LSPDFR in your GTA 5. So if you guys are not new to this channel, this will be nothing new. You guys would have already had multiple LSPDFR tutorials. If you guys are new, this is going to be walking you guys through how to install the ultimate LSPDFR. If you guys are looking to make your game literally better than all your friends and everyone else you know, then make sure you subscribe to my channel, because the next couple of days are going to be rows and rows of tutorials on how to make the ultimate modded GTA 5. So the first thing you guys are going to want to do is find your GTA 5 main directory. So to do that, you want to bring up your file explorer, and for Epic Games and Rockstar Games users, all of their main directories will be down in the description below. You can follow them. It's going to be pretty much almost the exact same way as this. They'll be slightly different. So if you guys do want to see the Rockstar Games and the Epic Games main directories, you have to head down in the description below. But for Steam, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do that right now. So you want to do is navigate to Windows C, or whatever drive you have your GTA 5 installed on your Steam. Navigate to Program Files 86. You want to find Steam, Steam Apps, and then Common. As you see here, you have a bunch of your Steam games installed on this drive, hopefully including your GTA 5. If not, search through your other drives like your D or your C or your E, however many drives you have. The next thing to do is then make a clean copy of your GTA 5, and to do that, you will only have one GTA 5 copy, and it will look something like this. And to make a clean copy, to mod it into something like this, all you want to do is right click on the GTA 5 copy you have that is called Grand Theft Auto V, like this, right click and copy, and then come down into the file explorer in an empty space and literally just right click and paste. Let that do. You might take about half an hour or so, depending on how fast your drives are. Nothing to do with internet speed, it's how fast your drives are. So if you're working on an SSD, it might be a little bit quicker, but if you're working on HDD, it might be a little bit on the slower side. But even on HDD, it will only take about half an hour maximum. Then when that is done, you should be left with one called Grand Theft Auto V copy, and then the normal one. You want to make sure that whatever one we're going to be modding is called Grand Theft Auto V. So let me do that now. So rename your clean version. You can call that clean to ignore the other one I have here. Just ignore that. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to basically double click on your Grand Theft Auto V copy that we just made. Delete it so it says Grand Theft Auto V. And this is going to be the copy we mod. Whenever you want to run your modded GTA 5, you need to make sure that it is called Grand Theft Auto V. Double click in it, and then what you want to do is right click in the blank space here, new folder, and name it mods. Just like that, and exactly like that. And then what we're going to do is control and left click x64, and then control and left click update. Right click and then copy, double click in your mods folder, right click, and then paste. And then I need a little bit of storage space, so let me sort that out. But then basically, when you have done that, it will start updating and downloading all of your mods folders. And I'll cut back to once that is finished. Okay, so now a little bit of time has passed, you guys will now be able to see in your mods folder, after everything is finished copying over, you will now have a update and x64 file. This is basically now your GTA 5 completely ready to mod. So now we can move on to the links down in the description below. The first link is going to bring you guys right here to the LSPDFR page, and straight to the LSPD first response 0.4.8 build. An update just came out yesterday for this, which is why I waited before doing it to yesterday, so I could get a properly updated video out for you guys. What you guys are going to want to do is head down over here and click download this file. You can read the agreements, this is your choice, and head down here and click agree and download. And the first thing you guys want to do is make sure you install the manual install zip. You guys might think that the setup.exe is an automatic and easier way to do it. I can guarantee you it is not. Always use the manual install zip. I cannot stress it enough. Let that install, shouldn't take too long. It is only about a 76.24 megabyte file. This will obviously depend on your internet speed, but as you guys can see there, it is pretty much almost already done. So when that is done, what you guys are going to want to do is open it on up, just like so. And then it's going to have a bunch of files and folders in the zip. Minimize that with your Internet Explorer, whatever Explorer, web browser you're using. And simply make sure you have a blank space here where you can drag and drop mods. Simply, you want to highlight all of these files and folders here, control and left click to deselect licenses, and drag and drop into the blank space here, making sure no folder is highlighted. Just simply drag and drop. Let that transport itself over into your game. It's going to move them over, and there you guys go. You've now successfully installed the first mod in your GTA 5. Now, technically you would be ready to go, but there are a few things that you need to install before we do that. So head down in the next link down in the description below, and what is that going to do is bring you guys right here to the Rage Plugin Hook website. Hit download now, select Grand Theft Auto V Legacy, and make sure you're installing the latest version. It only gives you the option to install the latest version, so don't need to worry about that. Let that install. It's an even smaller folder this time, so double click on that, and you're going to have a bunch of folders and files yet again. Minimize out of your browser, make sure you have your blank space here in your main directory. Highlight all of these files and folders, but we are going to need to deselect some few again. So we can hold Control and left click licenses, hold Control and left click SDK, and drag and drop. It's going to ask you to replace a few files that were in the LSPDFR folder to update it to the newest ones. And there you guys go, you've now successfully installed another GTA 5 mod. Bring up the next link down in the description below. That's going to bring you guys right here to the Script Hook V website. As you guys can tell by the name, this is going to be hooking every single one of your scripts. Head down here and click download. Even smaller file this time, only 1,300 kilobytes, so about a megabyte. Open it on up. You're going to have bin, double click on bin. You're going to have 3 files here. It's up to you if you want the native trainer. I would recommend not doing it because I am going to be walking you guys through how to install a different trainer right here. But do not worry about that. You can install it if you want. Some mods do require it, so that is your choice. Minimize out of your browser, make sure you have your blank space, drag and drop, and there you go. And the next thing, click the next download link in the description below. That's going to bring you guys to another version of Script Hook V. You need this along with Script Hook V. This is making it guys, if you come down here, this is making it a running script, so when written in any .NET language. It's a full source code and it's hosted on GitHub. This basically just allows creators to make their own scripts. Hit download. It's going to bring you to GitHub, and go round to the bottom and click download on the first one. It'll start zipping it, open it on up. You're going to have just a few files now. But a lot of people do this completely wrong because they think it's exactly the same process. You do not, I repeat, do not drag and drop all of these into your game. This will more than likely break your game forever. What you're going to want to do is make sure you have your blank space here as always. Highlight them all and control and deselect the select ones that I tell you to. So control and deselect the scripthookv.net 2.xml, and then the last one, the scripthookv.net 3.xml. Then you should be left with the scripthookv.net 3.dll, the scripthookv.net 2.dll, scripthookv.net ini, and the scripthookv.net ASI. And then drag and drop them into your game. And there you guys go. Now on to the last thing down in the description below, which is going to be this menu right here. With this menu, it is the best one out there. You can add visual effects, like right here, you can add tasks, you can literally make pretty much anything in the world of GTA. This is what makes GTA 5 your imagination. So to install this, head down here and click download. It's going to bring you to GitHub. Click on the first one at the top where it says menu sp.zip. Click on it and let it install. If anyone's wondering what SP stands for, pretty much many universal mods will use this. SP just stands for single player, and then other mods will have menu FIVEM, which is GTA 5 multiplayer. I have a server on that. And then obviously if you're using modded GTA Online or things like that, then it'll be like that. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you double click on the download, you'll be able to see here you have a license, a readme, ASI, and a folder. We do not need the license, and we do not need the readme. So what we're going to do is bring up your GTA 5 main directory again, bring up your download. You can close all the other ones if you want to. Control and left click menu.asi, and control and left click menu stuff. Drag and drop it into the blank space on your file explorer. And there we guys go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to load up the game, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. And then I'm going to walk you guys around the basic essentials for how to work your LSPDFR. What you guys want to do is head down here, just underneath the playgtv.exe, you're going to see a rage plugin hook.exe. But before we do that, there is one extra step I'd 100% recommend doing, which is going into your search bar down here, Searching virus and threat protection. It's going to bring up a virus and threat protection menu, and where mine is turned off here, you want to make sure that is also turned off. So click turn off if you have the turn off option. It's going to bring you to an admin control panel, allow it, and that will basically stop your antivirus from detecting Race Plugin Hook as a virus, because it is not, and for some reason it gets it as a virus because it is trying to hook onto a running.exe, but it is not, so do not worry. Double click on the exe just underneath played GTA 5.exe, double click on that, and what it will do is bring up a little menu right here. It's going to give you a disclaimer. You can read this if you want, you don't have to, yet again, that is your choice and your discretion. Click accept, and it's going to give you a first time initialization, and then it's going to give you a backup your game version. Hit yes, never hit no, because as you guys see here, this will allow you to revert to a previous game version if the game is updated to a version that is currently not supported by Race Plugin Hook, and pretty much every single other mod that we just installed in today's video. Let that make itself a backup. Shouldn't take too long now. Whilst we are waiting for this to back up, if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that big red subscribe button down below. We are so close to 1,000, and that is absolutely insane. So thank you guys so much for continued support. If you could hop on the bandwagon before we hit to 1,000, that would be absolutely mental, and I'd love you guys forever. It takes you a few seconds just to hit that subscribe button for me literally setting up your whole LSPDFR for you. And then you guys will notice once it's finished initializing and setting up its backup, it will disappear, and then it'll pop another screen back up in your face. You guys will see here you're going to have a general plugins, advanced settings, and game settings. You can leave the console key F4, but you are going to want to change this plugin time threshold, or the plugin timeout threshold. You want to delete the 1, and you're going to put in a 6. Basically, this is the highest threshold you can have in your Race Plugin Hook. You can't put any other number, it will not let you. And do not put in any other lower, as your game will most likely crash and will not load correctly. Then all you guys want to do is head over to plugins, click load these plugins on startup, click uncheck all, and then check all, and then it will check every single rest of the plugins you add into your GTA 5. Come back up here and click load all plugins on startup. Head down here and click save and launch. It's going to give you accessing the settings dialog. Don't need to worry. English is on point today. You do not need to worry about this. Just hit OK. And then what it'll do is pop up a Rage Plugin Hook. It'll validate your hook. Shouldn't take too long. Then what it'll do is it'll start launching your game from your Steam, Epic Games, or Rockstar games. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut back to when we are inside the game. So, welcome back. We are now in game. This is your first time loading into LSPDFR GTA 5. It's quite a crazy world. But you guys will realise that nothing has changed as far as you can see at the moment. That is because we need to actually get LSPDFR set up. So to do that, I'm going to pause your game and you guys will be able to see a brand new settings option. What you're going to want to do is click on character and teleport to the nearest police station. That'll bring you to a blank screen for a couple of seconds, and then you guys can see it's loading and it'll teleport you to a police station. And if you don't want to teleport and you want to drive there, for the realism of what LSPDFR is, you guys can see that there are now a bunch of police stations all over your map, which is very cool. And now what you want to do is walk up to the police station, and then for controller you hit right on D-pad, and I believe for keyboard you hit E. Yep, you hit E to launch into the police station. It's going to load you into whatever police station you're launching into, and it's going to ask you to go on duty. Click go on duty. And then it's going to ask you need to create a character to use LSPDFR. Would you like to go to the character selection menu now? You select yes, otherwise it will not let you play LSPDFR because it does not like you playing as Mike. And then when that is done, you're going to be brought to the character creation screen just like GTA 5 Online. You can select your hex, you can select your sex, and you can select your character, just like you normally would when you're modding GTA. I like to just randomize until I find one decent, so it makes life 10 times easier, but you can change these later on. I like to just get something like that, and then what I don't really bother about these because I will be walking you guys through how to install an EUP mod, and you can make a character through there, which is a much easier way. So make sure you guys stay tuned for tomorrow and the next videos where I walk you guys through how to do this. That'll do for me. I look nothing like this guy whatsoever. He looks a bit clapped. But that will do. You can now input the name of your character. I'm going to name him HT123. Can't even do that, it's too short. How about Highway Trooper? It has to be separate, okay. Highway. That's not how you spell highway. And then Trooper. There we go. And just select use. It'll then load you into your station. And this is where the fun starts of LSPDFR. Let it load in. And now, welcome to the alien world of modding GTA 5. Our little menu here in the Rockford Hills police station. Select police garage. Or police locker to get in your police uniform. And then what it'll do is it'll bring you to a selection of GTA 5 police vehicles. I like to choose, what's my favourite one? I like to choose the unmarked ones. They're pretty neat in my opinion. The unmarked Buffalo is a very, very nice car. You can then toggle extras and things like that, which is awesome. And you can also toggle a bunch of modifications on, everything like that. So select continue once you've done all your customizations to the vehicle. And basically, everything is going to be more or less the same way to control vehicle lights and everything. You press on the horn button to start your sirens and your lights. And if you hold on controller the 2 square button, it'll pop up a little menu with your name on it, which is very, very cool, which is a new thing in the GTA 5 update. And what you guys are going to want to do if you are on keyboard is I'll show you guys how to do this. You want to head over to LSPDFR, key bindings, and then this is where you can look through all your keyboard key bindings as long as you are using a keyboard when accessing this menu. There you guys go, you can see here all of your keybind key menus. So this is all your keybind key menus instead if you are not using control like I am. But if you are, you can also check it this way where you can see your pursuit menu, which is going to be down on D-pad, your crime report, toggle duty, and everything like this. Traffic stop interact, traffic stop start. So what we're going to do is we're going to go start a quick traffic stop on someone here. Let's start a traffic stop on this white car right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click hit A. It's going to blip up the guy red on the map. And then we're going to wait for him to pull off and we're going to just light him up. There we go. Let's pull him over. Oh, my game froze a little bit there. I thought it was going to crash. Gotta love it. Probably doesn't help with recording with my game, with my recording software not in performance mode, so it is technically running 2 games more or less. Then you guys will be able to see, it'll say at the top left hand corner of your screen, this event has come to a stop. You can alternatively hold the horn to find a new place for them to stop. I wouldn't recommend doing that. They generally tend to drive off and crash into a tree. Once they pull over for the first time, head out your car. You can, you can be all realistic about it. Walk around the back of the vehicle. Obviously, you can also be in your cop uniform. Then you approach the side of the vehicle. Press right on D-pad to begin speaking or whatever it is on the thing. And you can press hello. You can ask for a citation. You can ask for an ID. There you go. Ask for the person's ID. They'll give it to me. What's it going to be? It's going to be a Mads John. And then we can use the police computer on your radio to perform checks. We can resume speaking to him. You can issue him a citation and a warning. We're just going to issue him a warning for something. And then there we go. He will drive off. If you do want to issue citations and things like that, you can hop back in your vehicle. And I believe if you press X or something along those lines, if you hold X... What even is it? Let's have a look. See, this is going to be your best friend. Your keybind will be your best friend on how to access all your menus. Yeah, if you toggle the complete computer by pressing X. There you guys go. You can now search up license plate. So you can search up a license plate and then you can enter it in and it'll bring it up. And if you guys are looking to just get some callouts straight off the bat, you can hold and bring up the interaction menu, police radio, and request a call. Pursuit in progress. We'll press left on D-pad or whatever it is for keyboard, and we'll just respond to it. You guys can see the blip on the map. It'll tell you to catch up to the pursuit, and then obviously you pretty much do all the duties of what a police officer would do in real life, along with some brilliant GTA 5 AI driving and AI techniques. There you go. It is absolutely insane. And they are already shooting at my friend here. So what we're going to do, we're going to shoot through the vehicle. Oh, we got one. We got another. Oh, we got the other one. I think we got them all. No, just the driver left. Just the driver left. Come on. There we go, we got the other one. Dispatch that supposed down. And then we approach the vehicle. Sir, put your hands up, do not move, you can hear me. Put your hands up and do not move, you can hear me, okay? And then you do your civic duties of a police officer. Well, you ain't a police officer, but you do your police officer duties. But other than that, I hope you guys did find this tutorial useful. If you did, please hit that big red subscribe button down below. Join the 1k army on the road to 1k. That'd be greatly appreciated if you guys are looking to mod your GTA 5 in the next couple of days. But make sure you stay tuned for a bunch of other tutorials coming up. So other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next LSPDFR tutorial video.